Hello, good afternoon. I'm Dan Sullivan. I'm the artistic director and one of the founding members of Judy Graham and Matthew Beard. And welcome to the second day of the Mollie New Works for American Theater Festival, named after Mollie the Fiddler. Anyway, we're going to introduce one of our founding members and board member, Judy Graham.
We could not have produced this festival without the support of so many people and organizations. The Silverton Theater Mind extends a heavy thank you to the Silverton community, Lisa Branner, and the entire staff at the town, and some of them are here, thankful for that. Mark Esper and the Silverton Standard, me, and the Wingate House. Brian and Susie Brurud, right? Is that right? Lee Meggs, Lois McKenzie, Koki Barini, Tony Barini, Pam Brightheart, Dave Fiddler, Tracy Boink, John Richardson, Jim Harper in the Grand Imperial Hotel, Brian Willard and Music Masters, Jane Edwards in the Silverton Schools, First Congregational Church of Silverton, Fort Lewis College Theater Department, and Randy Noojin. Please notice the schedule of readings in our program. Come back for more readings this weekend. Please help spread the word and invite your friends. And finally, please turn off your cell phones or anything else that makes a noise. And we would like to introduce the playwright for this evening's reading. And I will say a few words about Randy. Randy's plays have been commissioned and produced at Actors Theater of Louisville, Ensemble Studio Theater, and Southern Appalachian Repertory Theater. He has acted in hundreds of plays in New York and regionally. This year, Randy's solo show about Pete Seeger won Best Show at the Maui Fringe Festival, and he wrote a new play about Joe Hill, the labor martyr and union songwriter, called Joe Hill and the Wobblies. Next, he is off to Asheville, North Carolina to play Felix in The Odd Couple. So, welcome, Randy.
Miss Hank, a play with the songs of Hank Williams Sr. by Randy Noojin. Lucretia has an area representing the Oakwood Cemetery. The two twin monuments that mark Hank and Audrey's grave sites are veiled behind her. Audrey has an area representing the den of her house in Nashville, with a comfortable chair, an end table, and an open packing box next to it with various items laying around it. Hank has an area with a double rocking chair on a high platform upstage. There is an area representing a fantasy Grand Ole Opry set with two 1950s microphones on stands. Oakwood Cemetery, Annex, Montgomery, Alabama, 1983. Lights rise on Lucretia Williams.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. My name is Lucretia Williams. You'll have to forgive me. My brother Hank Jr. was supposed to make this talk. I'm sure a lot of you are probably here just to see him, but unfortunately his show in Detroit sold out so fast that they added another one. So that's where Hank Jr. is today, and so now he asked me to speak. All my life I've had people tell me they didn't know Hank Williams had a daughter. So if you're surprised, I'm not surprised. I've been able to deal with it because I know how I felt, still feel, about him and how he felt about me. I was Daddy's daughter in his heart, and he was my father in every way but one.
Lights rise on Hank, rocking gently in the double rocking chair with a guitar, wears a cowboy hat, a dark shirt, watching the proceedings. Hank blows a harmonica, the sound of a distant train whistle.
Listen, you can hear that train whistle from here. I know Daddy would like that. 8 years ago, Hank Jr. and I decided that this is what Daddy would want. And we knew Mother wanted it too. I was 11 and a half years old on New Year's Day, 1953. I was with my friends Mark and Frida Garrett at the Tennessee Theater downtown Nashville, seeing April in Paris with Doris Day and Ray Bolger. Mr. Garrett came and got us in the middle of the movie, and as we walked out into the lobby, he said, "Lucretia, you've got to go home. Your father's passed away." I was stunned. I didn't say anything on the way home. I didn't cry. It just didn't register. Mother was in bed when we came in. She was in pretty bad shape, crying and sick. I sat down on the bed and talked to her. And after a little bit, she said, "Now, honey, Junior and Miss Ragland and I are going down to Montgomery for the funeral. If you want to go, you need to pack your clothes. But if you don't think you want to go, you can stay with the Garretts until I get back. And we won't be gone long." I told her I didn't want to go. I can't say exactly why I felt that way. I was probably scared and didn't want to see Daddy dead. But I've regretted it since. I've always wished Mother said, "Lucretia, you need to go pack you some clothes because we've got to go to your dad's funeral." I would have probably been upset and cried when I got there, but it would have helped me accept things later on. I'm not mad with Mother about it because she was so distraught herself, but I wish she hadn't given me a choice. By not going, I feel like I didn't show Daddy respect. He'd always been so good to me. And there would not be a Hank Williams as the world knows him without my beautiful, passionate mother, Audrey Mae Shepherd Williams.
Lights start up on the den of the Franklin Road home, Nashville, Tennessee, 1974. Audrey is wearing a robe. She has just found her dead husband's flashy show coat, among other objects from the storage box, such as cowboy boots, fishing gear, and a ventriloquist dummy. She sits, clutching it. Hank starts strumming.
Without her, Daddy never would have done all the things he did and wrote all the songs he wrote. Mother always dreamed of being a star herself. She was crazy about the Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers movies, and she'd put on shows when she was a little girl in her backyard, and she could sing a little. She wasn't nearly as good as Daddy, and she knew it, and he knew it, and seemed like the band knew it more than anybody. But Daddy loved having her sing with him anyway, on the radio, and she loved the excitement of show life. So I'm very grateful to be able to celebrate the reunion of Mother and Daddy. Even though they had been divorced for a year when Daddy died, Mother never got over him. She was madly in love with him for the 20 years she lived after he died, to the very end.
Darling, let's turn back the years and go back to yesterday. Let's pretend that time has stopped and you didn't go away.
summer, 1943. We were both 21 years old.
Lights alter.
My aunt noticed a crowd of people gathered around a little makeshift stage on the back of the old house trailer. The medicine show was in full swing, so we pulled the car up there to watch it. And pretty soon, this lanky, brown-eyed rascal with a guitar stepped out into the wagon they were playing on, and he started singing.
Well, left my home down on the rural round. Told my paw I'm going stepping out to get the honky-tonk blues. Yeah, the honky-tonk blues. Well, Lord, I got the honky-tonk blues.
Even though I had no experience in the business, I felt this guy had tremendous potential, and I wanted to help him. I said, this guy's going to be number one on the stage at the Grand Ole Opry one of these days. I had that feeling very strongly. He was lucky with a God-given talent, and I was lucky with a few brains.
Well, I went to a dance and I wore out my shoes. Woke up this morning wishing I could lose. He's jumping honky-tonk blues. Yeah, the honky-tonk blues. Well, Lord, I got the honky-tonk blues.
At intermission, the musicians had to go around and hawk this Eternal Youth Beauty Cream. And you come by my car and he says,
Mother? Mother? Where are you?
Hank retreats to the rocker. Audrey puts the robe back on and resumes seat. Lucretia enters carrying a stack of mail.
Mother, what are you doing back here in Daddy's den?
turn that out. You should have called first. Turn it out!
Lucretia turns the light off.
We talked on the phone this morning, Mother. What are you doing?
I now have all of Hank's clothes and things that were stuck in Montgomery.
I brought in your mail. Looks like you haven't been checking it.
Lucretia sorts mail.
How you feeling today?
Don't I look awful?
Audrey refills her cup from a thermos.
Well, if you were dressed and had your makeup on and your hair fixed, you'd look like you always did.
This was all locked up in storage for 21 years. You'll never know the feelings I get going through these things.
Fond memories?
If I hadn't divorced him, he'd be here today.
Mother.
New Year's Day, 1952. I said, Hank, I won't live with you another day. And he said, I won't live a year without you, Audrey. And 1 year to the day.
Mother, you got a letter from here from Bonner and Bonner.
Who?
Bonner and Bonner, your attorneys.
Oh, that vicious bitches after the copyright renewals. I paid her off.
Can I open it?
I paid her $30,000 when Hank died, and she agreed to it. Oh, what do they say?
I'll open it and read it to you.
Lucretia opens the envelope.
She's no more Hank's widow than I'm Minnie Pearl. He only married her to try to make me jealous. He said he'd call it off if I'd take him back. That whole one married to your daddy for 3 months when he died. He was leaving her to come back to me anyway. Just a few days before he died, we had a long talk on the phone. Hank was coming home. That was the real tragedy. We were coming back from the dead again, like we always did. Hank was coming home. Oh, he barely knew that little tot. Billie Jean could not handle Hank Williams. Don't make me laugh. For her to get 1 dime of any of Hank's royalties is a crime. All those songs were made out like me and Hank. They were made out of our marriage. Oh, what do they say?
The judge ruled that Billie Jean has widow's rights to the copyright renewals.
You took her side?
We're gonna take care of you, Mother.
Audrey drinks.
Mother, you need to stay straight today.
Don't stop. I'm not drunk. If that's all you have to say to me, just get out of here and leave me alone.
Do you not remember me calling you this morning at 9:30?
Of course, I remember. I'm not drunk.
Then where's the painting?
What painting?
Mother, you said you have an expensive Chinese painting on loan from an art dealer in Nashville.
So what?
So we gotta return it tonight. We don't want the IRS to get it.
What are you talking about?
Mother, you know they're coming to see this house tomorrow.
Raquel!
The sheriff is coming tomorrow at noon.
I'll shoot anybody who tries to take
Don't
this house.
say that.
I'll kill them! They'll never get in here.
Oh, God help me.
Nobody's taking this house. I will blow their heads off.
Mother!
It's going to be your house, Lucretia. This is your house. It's all I've got to give you.
It's gonna be all right.
What if I give you a power of attorney?
I can't believe it. Are you kidding?
Would that save the house?
Are you just torturing me?
What?
Yes, Mother, if you had signed the papers a month ago like I begged you to, I could have saved the house. But not now. You say you'll sign it, then you start drinking and forget everything.
Because I'm remembering everything.
That's how we lost the chalet in Pigeon Forge. And now all the furniture too, because you wouldn't go down there.
They took the furniture?
Yes.
No. I thought if I left the furniture, they wouldn't take the chalet.
Well, they took it all.
Lucretia takes out the papers.
But signing this now can still help us save some things, Mother. Will you please sign it now?
Leave it here. I'll look it over.
I've left you so many copies.
What's there left to lose now?
There's a lot more to lose. It hurts my feelings that you won't trust me to take care of you. You make it so hard for me to take care of you, Mother. I'm trying to save you.
I know. Thank you, honey.
Lucretia gets a pen and offers the papers to Audrey.
I'll read it tonight.
Mother, we're moving into our house tonight.
Oh, not tonight.
Yes,
I'm not ready.
we put you in a queen-size bed in Ricky's room. He's moving down to the couch bed in the basement where he sleeps half the time anyway. The kids are all...
They'll never take me out of this house alive, Lucretia.
Don't talk like that, Mother.
God will get me out of this. God, please, you gotta get me out of this. I can't leave this house.
Audrey pours from the thermos into her mug.
Please don't drink, Mother.
God damn it, leave me alone and let me drink. Drink with me. Go take care of your hillbilly husband.
All right. I've got to run and get some things done. Mother, Hank Jr. told me Daddy promised him his pistol.
What?
Hank Jr. asked me to get Daddy's pistol for him. Do you know where it is?
That's my gun now. I'm gonna need it.
He said Daddy promised it to him.
That's a damn lie. He was 3 years old when Hank died. He's making that up. You tell Hank Jr. if he wants that gun, he can get his ass in here in person and show his face. Oh, God. That beautiful face.
She drinks.
Now, honey, don't let it scare you when you see Hank Jr. He's really messed up.
I know, Mother.
His face is gone, Lucretia.
I've seen him. He's getting better.
His brain was out.
He's lucky to be alive.
Don't let it scare you.
Mother, I've seen Hank Jr. since the accident.
Oh, my beautiful, beautiful son.
He's doing better now, Mother. Don't worry about Hank Jr. He's gonna be all right. He says the accident probably saved his life the way he was living.
There's nothing left but an eye. He's lucky. Oh, hell, there's worse things than death.
Audrey drinks.
I need to take the painting back to the dealer before they close, Mother.
It's under the bed in Nanny's room.
Lucretia goes out. Audrey pours a drink into her cup. Hank approaches.
A jug of wine to numb my mind, but what good does it do? The jug runs dry, and still I cry. I can't escape from you. I've tried and tried to run and hide, find a life that's new. But where I go, I always know I can't escape from you.
Lucretia comes in with a Chinese-looking painting and an empty pill bottle.
Mother, how long have you been out of your seizure medicine?
I told your daddy on New Year's Day, 1952. I said, Hank, I'll never live with you another day. And he says to me, Audrey, I won't live a year without you.
Mother, listen. This is your seizure medication. It's empty.
1 year later, New Year's Day, 1950.
You're supposed to take this twice a day. How long have you been out of this?
If I hadn't divorced him, he'd be here right now.
Mother, please. Don't go down this old road again. You did the best you could for Daddy. They gotta want to get better. If they don't want to save themselves, you can't do it for them. I wish to God you could, but you can't. I'll get you a refill. Are you sure this is the expensive pain you're talking about? Mother, what's wrong? I'm gonna take care of you, Mother. If you'll just let me. We'll get you back up on your feet again, and we'll go to the beauty parlor tomorrow, and we'll see Shirley Jean. Get you all dolled up. What if we try that hospital in Memphis?
No! I'm all right.
Mother, you're not all right. You're worrying everybody to death. Bernice said she found you passed out cold on the floor between the bed and the bathroom, clutching a vodka bottle. She said she had to carry you back to bed.
I just can't sleep since Hank Jr.'s accident.
Why can't you admit you have a problem? It breaks my heart to see you like this. This is not you, Mother. My mother is a stylish, fun-loving, brilliant businesswoman. A song publisher, a movie producer, and you could still be all that. You just gotta get out from under these pills and the drinking.
What's there to stay sober for?
If it wasn't for you, nobody ever heard of Hank Williams. Daddy would have been playing Alabama honky-tonks for nickels and dimes all his life. You kept him sober better than anybody else could or would. And you drug him to Nashville. He had more sober and productive stretches because of your constant moaning and groaning. And every song was inspired by you.
Darling, let's turn back the year.
You should feel proud, not guilty.
Go back to yesterday.
There was a medicine show, and a crowd gathered around a little makeshift stage.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
And pretty soon, Hank come out and he started playing.
Please don't drink anymore, Mother. We gotta pick up Tawana on the way home, and she's with her friend.
Lucretia goes. Hank moves to the microphone. Audrey takes the robe off and joins Hank and the mice on the grand old Opry stage once again.
We had our love to make us happy. It wasn't meant to bring us tears. Love like ours should never die. So darling, let's turn back the years.
Sound of applause.
At intermission, the performers come around to the car to hawk this Eternal Youth beauty cream. And Hank come by our car and he says,
Man, don't you think you need some of this beauty cream?
and I'll never forget, you looked, and then you took a quick look back and you said,
No, ma'am, I don't believe you do. You're so hot you could melt the wax off a Dixie cup at 50 feet.
They look at each other smiling. They sing and dance like Fred and Ginger.
and that's what started the whole thing.
Say, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Say, hey, sweet baby, don't you think, baby, we could find us a brand new recipe?
and pretty shy back then. But my Aunt Ethel asked if he wanted to come with us to see the club in Troy.
I said, shoot, Miss Audrey, I'd follow you anywhere.
Comb your hair,
You paint and powder,
you act proud, and I'll act prouder. I'll sing loud.
and I'll sing louder tonight. We're setting the woods on fire. You're my gal and I'm your feller. Dressing up in your frock of yeller, I'll look swell.
But I'll look sweller.
Setting the woods on fire. We're taking all the honky tonks. Tonight we're having fun. We'll show the folks a brand new dance that never has been done. I don't care who thinks we're silly.
You be daffy and I'll be dilly.
And order up 2 bowls of chili. Setting the woods on fire.
Sound of applause.
You know what I'm thinking?
Let's get a motel room.
No, Hank. I think we make a damn good duet. Don't you think?
Duet?
Don't you think we sound good?
Well, sure.
I'm a pretty good singer myself.
Is that right?
She punches him hard in the arm.
Ow! Damn!
Son of a bitch, you just heard me sing.
I know. And I love you anyway.
She punches him on his arm.
Ow! Stop pinching me, damn you!
That ain't funny, smartass.
I was kidding. Shit, sorry. You're so sensitive.
We make a great duet. I'm not saying I'm as good as you, but I'm not bad. And this is my show.
Lights dim on Hank as if she wills it. Audrey moves to the audience.
When we dropped him back at the trailer that night, he asked me if I'd pick him up the next day for his second date. And I said I would. But Lord, Hank, the next day.
What?
The next day you come out of your trailer just looking like a tramp. Oh, you were unshaven, your hair standing up on end.
Honey, I only drink twice a year. When it's my birthday and when it's not my birthday.
Just a reel of whiskey. And your bare feet, no shirt on. God, I wanted you to just turn tail and drive away. And nobody would have ever heard of Hank Williams. But he looked so pitiful. I decided to hear him out. And I drove him around and I fed him full of coffee and tomato juice till his eyes uncrossed and he came back from the dead.
They sit in chairs, a suggestion of a car.
Well, I've always sung at the Mount Olive Baptist Church. Mama still plays the piano at the service. I followed this old colored man around to get him to teach me to play the guitar. I called him T-Tot. I'd give him 15 cents or whatever I could get a hold of for a lesson. Got my first singing job when I was 10 years old. Mama Lily had me sitting out on the sidewalk in front of the Jefferson Hotel where the WSFA radio station is. Well, I'd sit there and sing songs T-Tot taught me and selling peanuts down my bag. And sure enough, one of the disc jockeys thought he had a brilliant idea to put this little singing kid on the radio just like Mama Lily had planned. Well, it turned into my own early morning radio show.
I do believe that some of us are just born with it.
Yeah, and then I rounded up a band, fiddler, steel guitar, doghouse bass. I call them the Drifting Cowboys. And we advertise our honky-tonk shows on the radio show. And Mama Lily books us, drives us, collects the money at the door, and she's our bodyguard. Shit, there's nobody I'd rather have in my back during a bar fight than Mama Lily. Men have lost fingers that's messed with Mama Lily. We played a lot of deep backwoods honky-tonks. They check you for guns at the door. And if you ain't got one, why, they give you one.
Do people tell you you sound a lot like Roy Acuff?
Lord, I wish they would. For me, it's Roy Acuff, great Roy Acuff, then God. He stands up there singing, tears running down his cheeks. I stop by his dressing room every time he plays Montgomery.
You met Roy Acuff?
Well, sure I have.
Oh, I love him.
And Roy Acuff met me, too.
You like Eddie Arnold, the Tennessee Plowboy?
Eddie Arnold, little sissy.
No. I love Eddie Arnold.
Well, then why don't you go fuck Eddie Arnold then? Damn, woman.
Hey!
You just love everybody, don't you?
I'm fired you?
And this squirrely little tight-ass pencil-neck station manager fired me.
There's not a funny thing about that, Hank Williams.
Well, a sip damn beer ain't against the law.
This morning you looked like a tramp coming out of that trailer.
Well, I celebrated. Hell, I just got second base with the hottest girl in Alabama last night. I'm just a country boy, Miss Audrey. What do you expect me to do? Write you a damn love sonnet by Eddie Arnold?
Does your daddy drink?
My daddy's been gone since I was 6. He was shell-shocked in the war. He's in a VA hospital in Biloxi. And a cold beer eases my aching back.
Well, what's wrong with your back?
I was born with a raised spot on my spine. Hurts like hell. Doc says I should get it operated on, but that ain't never gonna happen. So, get off my aching back, honey. I know how to drink. I've been drinking all my life.
Well, just stop at 1 or 2.
All right, that's what I'll do.
Taking out his flask, he drinks a long pull.
1.
He offers the flask.
Get that out of my face.
I ain't hurting nobody, Miss Audrey. I'll get that radio show back. It was the popularest daytime program on that station. And at the end of my last show, I told everybody it was going to be my final program. And I said, just here lately, somebody got the idea that nobody didn't listen to my kind of music. I said, if anybody's enjoyed it, I'd sure like to hear from you. Well, the station got over 400 cards and letters that week. They'll take me back. I'll just say, sorry, I won't do it again, and they'll give you another chance.
That's what you're used to, huh? Getting whatever you want.
He kisses her, then feels her breast. She lets him.
Will you? Yeah, later on.
What?
Yeah, you'll think I'm crazy.
Oh, too late.
Will you meet me in Troy tomorrow and marry me?
You got me out of your cotton picking mind.
I know I am, and I blame you.
If I hadn't just sobered you up, I'd swear you were still drunk.
I am drunk on your pretty face.
You are plumb crazy.
I know I am, but that's all because of you. Well, I know there's never been a man in the awful shape I'm in. I can't even spell my name, my head's in such a spin. Today I tried to eat a steak with a big old tablespoon. You got me chasing rabbits, walking on my hands and howling at the moon. I never thought in this old world a fool could fall so hard. But honey, baby, when I fell, the whole world must have jarred. I think I'd quit my doggish ways if you take me for your groom. You got me chasing rabbits, picking out brains and howling at the moon. Let's get married in Troy tomorrow.
Shut up!
Why not?
This is just our second date.
So?
Take it down a gear, Hoss.
Okay, then I got a better idea. Let's just get married in Troy tomorrow.
Hank, I'm telling you, get that Marion out of your head.
You'll never find nobody better than old Hank to marry.
I'm already married.
That station got 400. Wait, what? You're already married.
He's long gone. I was 18. I eloped with a guy I knew from down the street. We moved to Gadsden, but he walked off to work one day and never came back.
Damn.
I ain't seen him in over 2 years and don't ever plan to.
Can you get divorced?
Oh, he's in the service overseas. It costs $100 to get divorced.
Damn, why is it so expensive?
They say because it's worth it. Plus, I need the $80.
Alimony?
Child support.
Because you could just... Child support?
Lights up on Lucretia, speaking to the audience at the cemetery.
I have a daughter.
When Mother and Daddy first started dating, he'd come over at night if I was asleep.
A daughter?
He'd wake me up and we'd talk.
Hank looks at Lucretia.
What's her name?
Lucretia.
Lucretia. That's pretty.
And he'd sing to me for an hour.
Mm-hmm. How old is she?
Oh, she's 2.
I can't wait to meet her. Think she'll ever call me Daddy? Now, well, you should have mentioned some of this last night.
Why?
Well, I didn't know I was trying to lay a married mother.
Hank tries to kiss her. She won't have it.
Don't, I said.
All right, then, fuck it, prick tease. I ain't gonna beg.
Hank! Damn you, hillbilly!
Proud of it.
I just met you, Hank. I thought I knew my first husband. He grew up down the road from him, and look how that turned out. He ran off with me 4 months pregnant. I've been burned. I'll go with you to the picture show, and babe, I'll hold your hand. I'll sit up in your parlor, and I'll cool you with my fan. I'll listen to your troubles, kiss you when you sigh. But get that Marion out of your head, I'm staying single till I die.
When the shopping, just when the shopping, you're only looking around. You're not buying, you're just trying to find the best deal in town. You give away your kisses, but you never give your heart to anyone who's fool enough to fall. You don't feel love, you don't want real love, you're window shopping, that's all.
If you want a housewife, you're just wasting all your time. 'Cause I'm afraid of church bells, how they scare me when they chime. I done had a husband, even say goodbye. So get that Marion out of your head, I'm staying single till I die.
Another love before my time made your heart sad and blue. And so my heart is paying now for things I didn't do. In anger, unkind words are said that make the teardrops start. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold
My freedom's mighty precious in this land of liberty. I've seen what matrimony's done to better gals than me. I don't mind keeping company with the apple of my eye. But get that Marion out of your head, I'm staying single till
I tried so hard, my dear, to show that you're my every dream. Yet you're afraid each thing I do is just some evil scheme. The memory from your lonesome past keeps us so far apart. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart? Miss Audrey, I'd never run off and leave you and a baby like that other fella done.
I'm too afraid, Hank. I've never been around anybody who drinks like you do.
Oh hell, what's drinking got to do with anything?
Don't mind honking, talking round. You just have just one. But when you overdo it, Hank, you ruin all the fun. I'd like to come near you and listen when you sigh. But get that Marion out of your head, I'm staying single till I...
All right, damn it, what if I just quit drinking?
You quit drinking, Hank?
Hell, I quit 1,000 times. I've gone months and months without a drink.
Well, if you'd quit drinking, I'd be proud to be Mrs. Hank Williams.
Then I promise I won't drink no more.
Audrey kisses Hank.
If you're loving me like I'm loving you, baby, we're really in love. If you're counting on me like I'm counting on you, oh Cupid just gave us a shove. If you're dreaming of me like I'm dreaming of you, I know what you're dreaming of. If you're loving me like I'm loving you, baby, we're really in love.
My folks think all my clothes and things, and we moved into Hank in his mother's boarding house. It was a whorehouse full of drunks. When I first met Hank, he kept saying, I want to take you home and introduce you to Mama Lily. But you know what she's going to say when she meets you? She's going to say, where did you meet this hoe? I said, Hank, your mother couldn't possibly say that. I know she couldn't. You know, we walked in, and that's the first thing Mama Lily said. Where did you meet this hoe? And that's a quote. Hank and his mother fought like men would fight. Punches and kicks. Mama Lily and his sister Irene would gang up on me all the time. But I didn't take no shit. I could kick and pinch and bite. But Hank, he let his mama pick his clothes out for him. She probably wiped his butt for him until he was 12.
And both of them trying to beat each other to my billfold.
You'd come home with nothing if somebody didn't. And if she gets it, it's gone. Well, you won't believe this, but Hank's oath to quit drinking didn't last through the honeymoon.
I don't drink no more. And I don't drink no less.
You think you're so damn funny.
God damn it, leave me alone and let me drink. Drink with me.
She hits him.
Ow!
Why in the hell did you throw my clothes out in the mud?
Because you flipped my goddamn tire with an ice pick.
You kill yourself or somebody innocent driving drunk. Hank, you internal hillbilly!
Proud of it.
Oh, if he takes one drink, he just won't stop until he doesn't know he's in the world. I had to call the police on him. He got so violent. He spent many, many nights in jail. I brought Hank to Nashville. He's never gone. If I hadn't drug him, I knew about Frank Rose. I knew he'd written some pretty good songs. And I know he and Roy Acuff had started a publishing company. And I felt maybe they could help Hank. So I set up the appointment. The nearer the time came to meet, the more nervous Hank got. I ain't gonna show that man my songs. And I guarded him, and I kept him sober. And I said, you're going, Hank, if I have to push you every step of the way. And I just about had to, too. It was one afternoon when Hank and I came in from Montgomery on the train into Nashville and called Fred Rose. We met at the WSM, one of the small studios there. At that time, Fred took 3 or 4 of Hank's songs for different artists to record. But he said to Hank, boy, how do I know you wrote these songs? You might have bought them off somebody else. So he says, to prove to me that you can write, I'm going to give you a subject and a title, and I want you to take it back to Montgomery with you and write a song. So we went back to Montgomery to write a song about a woman who leaves the one she truly loves to marry money, with the title Mansion on the Hill. Somehow or other, Hank worked with the song, and he worked with it, but he could never do much with it. I think the reason he couldn't was because it wasn't his idea. I think he was so much of a genius that to take somebody else's idea and try to fit it in the way they wanted was a little bit rough for him. So one night, I just finished the dinner dishes, and I sat down at the table in the little kitchen, and I started singing. Tonight down here in the valley. And I was just coming along with it. And after I got through it, I said, Hank, what do you think of this? Well, he liked it. So between my lyrics and Hank's lyrics and some of Fred's, that's how Mansion on the Hill came about. And it convinced Fred Rose that Hank was truly a great songwriter.
Tonight, down here in the valley, I know the song and know how I feel. As I sit here alone in my cabin, I can see your mansion on the hill. And you recall when we parted, no story to me you reveal. You that you